Welcome to another edition of Arizona Wildcats Insiders Podcast. I'm your host, Troy Hutchison, and today we are finally here. It is kickoff. Arizona kicks off its fourth game of the season as the team hits the road for Ames, Iowa, as Arizona takes on number 14 Iowa State. Both teams come into this game undefeated. Iowa State, an impressive 4-0 with a conference win over Kansas State, with that game taking place in Dublin. They kind of struggled against Arkansas State and just had a bye week just this past week. For Arizona, they come in 3-0 with wins over Hawaii, a 34-point win over Hawaii, a 45-point win over Weber State, and an impressive 6-point win over Kansas State. Yes, I know Kansas State isn't very good, but nobody had Arizona favored in that game. They were the underdog at home in that game. Everybody thought Kansas State was going to win that game and find a way to take care of business and get back to 500. And yes, they had opportunities, but the Wildcats battled. They fought, the Arizona Wildcats, that is, and fought to tooth and nail and came out victoriously due to the defense of Arizona. Arizona is one of the top defenses nationally. They're in the top 10 in points per game at 8.7 points per game. They've been getting after the quarterback at a high clip. They've been creating turnovers with 8 to 9 turnovers on the season. They have several tackles for loss in the 20s. This team has been very impressive defensively. Right now, that's the heart and soul of Arizona Wildcat football, is the defense led by Danny Gonzalez, and he'll be hitting the road as Arizona takes on Iowa State and Rocco Beck. So that's going to be a very good matchup there. It's a physical, grinded out type of football game, and defense travels. So Arizona has that with them there. Offensively, Arizona's been very good this season in comparison to last year. Last year, they averaged around 21.8 points per game. And if you take out the New Mexico game where they dropped 61 points, Arizona averaged less than 19 points per game. It was one of the worst offenses in the Big 12, despite having one of the best players in the country, if not the best player in the country, and Tetaroa McMillan. It didn't matter. Arizona's offense was very out of whack. The offensive line struggled. The play calling was horrid. I mean, it was horrendous, the play calling. And that's why you saw the offense coordinating change from Dino Babers and that vanilla put a cup of coffee to sleep offense to Seth Dagey, who brings a high up-tempo offense. Yes, he's from the air raid system, but this is not an air raid offense. This is a very up-tempo offense. Reminds me of a lot of the Rich Rodriguez day in terms of get the ball downfield, let's go, and speeding up the game, speeding up the tempo, as many plays as you can. Right now, they're averaging more runs than passes this season. Percentage-wise, Arizona runs the ball 58% of the time. They're one of the better running teams in the country. They're one of the better running teams in the Big 12, and it stems from that offensive line that's highly improved and the running backs, Kedrick Risano, Quincy Craig, Ishmael Mahdi, Wesley Yarborough. Those guys have put the offense on their back and bulldozing their way to the finish line. Now, as for Noah Fafita, he's been very good as well. I know the stats don't jump out. 59% completion isn't great. It's not in comparison to 61 last year. And then the previous season, 72%, the year they went to the bowl game, went 10-3. Yes, it's not good, but it's only 3 games. It's only 3 games. And he faced a good, very, very good Kansas State team defensively. His receivers have dropped several passes. There's been play calls where they get a touchdown or get a big play, and they got called back to do a holding call on the offensive line. This offense is better than what has been advertised, and Fafita has been better than his stats indicate. But the big thing about Noah Fafita this season, 9 total touchdowns, 0 turnovers. As a team, they had 1 turnover, the muff punt, but 0 turnovers for Noah Fafita. He's been the ultimate game manager, but has the ability to be a big playmaker down the field and get the ball into this playmaker's hands. I'm excited to see how he develops in this offense because he's only going to get better from here on out. It's going to be an exciting football game. I think when you have a chance to play a top 14 team, national spotlight, remind you, it is a 4 p.m. kickoff game on ESPN. You have national spotlight on you. It's a whiteout. It's nothing but white in the stands in terms of the fans. They're wearing white. And then Iowa State, they're going with their stormtrooper uniforms, all white uniforms. I mean, this stadium is going to be rocking and rolling, ready to go. It's going to be a loud environment. This is going to be one of the loudest games Arizona's played in quite a long time. Kansas State was a rocking and rolling environment. It has nothing on what Arizona's going to see come tonight. It's like, it's not going to be the same. Arizona, they're going all red to contrast Kansas State, which I love. Do the white, red. I love it. Good guys, bad guys. Let's go. But this is going to be a very good football game. Right now, Iowa State's the 4.5-point favorite. I think that's about right. Originally, it was around 7-8, and if you got that at that line, bless you, because I think you should hammer that. If it was ever double digits, you hammer that. This is going to be a one-possession game. Arizona's not getting blown out in this game. I can promise you that. This is going to be two very good defensive teams going at it, so it's going to be slow, gritty, and grinded out physical football, and two very good rushing offenses going at it as well. Now, where Iowa State has the upper hand, they've been one of the most efficient third down teams nationally. They're top 10 in third down conversions. They're converting at a clip around 70%. I mean, it's been incredible for the Cyclones. And Rocco Beck is a big part of that. You know, he's a run-pass dual threat type of guy, so he can hurt you in multiple ways. But they set themselves up in good situations. They win first down. That's the biggest thing. You got to win first down. You can't have negative plays. You can't have negative tackles for loss. You need to make it 2nd down and 6, 2nd down and 7 at the very least. Keep ahead of schedule. Keep on schedule. And then defensively, they're led by Dominic Orange, who's been one of the better defensive linemen in the Big 12, transfer over from Syracuse, and he's been able to get in the backfield, create some havoc, has good size. You're talking about a guy that's going to be a first-round draft pick, in my opinion, at that D-tackle position, late first-round draft pick. But Arizona's got some great defensive linemen, too, and some great offensive linemen. So it's going to be a battle in the trenches. Arizona, they've struggled on third down this season. They haven't been very efficient on third down. They've been better in the red zone, which is what you want to see from this offense in comparison to a year ago. But when you look at this, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think the over-under is 48.5. Hit the under. Hammer the under. These two teams are going to make it dirty and grimy football. And when I say dirty, I don't mean dirty hits and dirty play calling. I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying, it's going to be 6 yards and 3 yards in a cloud of dust. It's going to be football in the mud. I mean, this is going to be just an absolute defensive grudge match, in my opinion, with two great programs. Well, one great program over the last several years and an up-and-coming program in Arizona that's really good right now. I think Danny Gonzalez gives Arizona an edge there. But this is tremendous for Arizona. So I think I'm going to go with, it's a close one for me. I've been contemplating back and forth. And I think I'm going to go with Iowa State. Special teams scare me for Arizona. They haven't been consistent right now. And I think that's going to hurt them in Iowa. I think they're going to have a missed field goal or something like that. I need to see more consistency out of special teams. So I have Iowa State beating Arizona 20-17 in a close one. But don't you worry, Arizona fans. Don't hang your head. That's a very good game. Then you get Oklahoma State at home. This is going to be a good season for Arizona football, but they don't get it done this Saturday.